Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, am I a good person? Most people would probably say yes. We hold the door open for others, we donate to causes, we smile at strangers, we avoid hurting people. But being a good person is not about the small gestures or the little things we do when life is easy. It's actually about who we choose to be when no one's watching, when doing the right thing costs us something, or when our patience is being tested. Today, I want to talk about what it truly means to be a good person, not in theory, but in the messy, everyday moments of real life. Somewhere along the way, we confused being a good person with being a nice person. But niceness is really about being liked. Goodness is about being principled. Nice people will avoid conflict. Good people face it head on with honesty and respect. Nice people want peace at any cost. Good people know that peace built on silence isn't really peace at all. When I coach managers and leaders, I often see this tension play out. A manager tells me, I don't want to upset anyone. But what they really mean is, I don't want to be uncomfortable. But what they really mean is, I'm avoiding being uncomfortable. Being a good person means you're willing to face discomfort for the sake of what's right. It doesn't mean you like conflict. It just means you will handle situations because it's right to handle the situation. Goodness in its truest form isn't about how others perceive you. It's about your alignment with your own values. So what is goodness made of? If we peel it all back, it comes from three places: awareness, empathy, and responsibility. Awareness. You notice the ripple your actions create. You pause before you react. You think about the tone of voice that you're using and your body language, your words. You understand and you are aware that your choices affect people more than you think. Imagine walking into a room and feeling like that tension before anyone speaks. Being aware means you sense that energy and you choose how to respond instead of reacting to it or matching it. Awareness is emotional intelligence. It's paying attention to what your presence brings to a space, what your energy brings to the people around you. Empathy is not about rescuing people. It's about understanding them. When someone disappoints you, an empathetic person will ask themselves, okay, what's really going on here? Why is this behavior happening? Why are they acting this way? What are they going through? That means you try to put yourself in their shoes. Empathy at work means you listen before you judge. It means you don't just care that people are performing, but you care about how they're doing while they're performing. Responsibility. Being good also means taking ownership. You don't hide behind excuses or blame other people. You say, I was wrong. You apologize. And then you move to repair the situation or come up with a solution. It's not weakness to say I'm wrong. It's actual integrity. Integrity, by definition, means wholeness. You are the same person in private as you are in public. Let's be honest. Being a good person sounds noble, but it's not always easy. It's easy to be kind when people are kind to us. It's easy to be honest when no one's feelings are at stake. It's easy to be patient when everything is going your way. But goodness is tested when life really squeezes in on us and makes things challenging. When people cut you off in traffic, when a coworker takes credit for the work that you've done, when your team misses a deadline and you're the one left kind of holding the bag or having to explain it. These are the moments that will really reveal your character. Being a good person doesn't mean you don't feel angry or frustrated. We all feel like that sometimes. It means, though, that you don't let your emotions decide who you become in any given moment. Being a good person means you manage your emotions. You have taken the time to figure out how to show up for people the best way that you can. You have learned the skills necessary to be able to pause or breathe or pivot or shift. Take a minute to yourself so that you don't explode or have a big reaction and then you take down everybody around you. Being a good person means you have learned how to manage your emotions. You don't stifle them or push them down and never look at them. You just acknowledge them, but you are very, very aware and intentional about how you're going to respond in situations. I was in a coffee shop once and a customer had just gotten her coffee. It was busy that morning, of course, and the lid was loose. It wasn't her fault. She went to grab it and the coffee went all over the counter. The server let out a big, it was just, she rolled her eyes. She started cleaning it without saying a word to the lady. The lady who spilled it looked horrified, embarrassed. We've all been there. It's an awful feeling. I stepped in because I was right close to her in line. And I just said to the lady that spilled it, hey, don't worry about it. We've all done it. I drop things all the time. Please don't feel bad that it happened. It was an accident. I saw you grab it. It's not a big deal. As soon as I said that, the server, it was like something clicked. And she came right full circle and said, oh, no, yeah, you're good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it spilled. I'm going to get you another one. Please don't feel bad about it. As soon as I was showing compassion, the server showed compassion. It was just enough to kind of shake that situation up and bring everybody back into the space that it's not that big a deal. The customer appreciated me saying that. Everybody was kind of laughing and saying, yeah, I've done it too. That was the end of it. But that moment, that was quite a few years ago. And I remember thinking, holy crap, that just took one little thing and it shifted all the energy. And I've taken that with me in all of my leadership training with managers is to say to them, it can be one tiny little thing you say and it changes all the energy and the dynamics in a situation just like that. That's what goodness looks like. It's small acts of grace that shift the energy in a room. We underestimate how much power we have every day in these tiny little moments. A few kind words can diffuse defensiveness. A calm response can reset a bad day. Being a good person at work isn't about avoiding tough conversations. It's about how you have them. When leaders act with integrity, their teams will trust them. When colleagues show empathy, then collaboration strengthens. When people take responsibility, your whole workplace can transform. I've seen entire departments change because one leader decided to lead with humility instead of ego. One manager who says, hey, I appreciate you, can really shift morale more than a dozen HR initiatives. Good people will set the tone. They model what's possible. They prove that kindness and accountability can coexist. There's a misconception out there, and I just had this conversation with a client on Zoom. We either have been shown this ourselves in the past, or we've been taught that if we are too kind to the people that we are managing, they will not respect us and they will not work hard. I am telling you 100% that is a myth. That is false. When you are kind and you are respectful, and you have integrity and your words match your actions, trust me, your team will respect you, they will admire you, and they will want to work hard for you. Now, of course, there's always the yin and yang to things. So here's the truth. Sometimes being a good person does have a cost. You might lose friends who prefer gossip to honesty. You might be seen as too soft in competitive environments. You might be overlooked by people who mistake humility for weakness. But long-term goodness builds credibility. It earns trust that cannot be faked or bought. I have a client right now who is dealing with this exact situation. She is in a corporation. There is a lot of toxicity that it goes on around her and a lot of blaming and backstabbing and just a lot of games. And because she walks in full integrity and does not participate in any of those games and calls things out when she has to and says the truth, she is the least popular person in the room because, well, for two reasons. I think sometimes she's actually holding a mirror up to them and they don't like it. And number two, they feel like they're connecting when they're making fun of other people or they're gossiping. It's so unhealthy. So it is really tough when you choose to walk in integrity and be a good person and you're not around people that have those same values. You can find yourself on the outside looking in because you're not willing to sacrifice your values to fit in. So being good might not always bring you instant rewards. It brings you peace of mind. You can sleep well at night. And that's something money and recognition can't get you. Being a good person doesn't just change your day. It changes the days of the people around you. Your calmness gives others permission to breathe. Your fairness inspires accountability. Your kindness builds courage. Every small act creates a ripple effect, and those ripples become your workplace, your home, your relationships. Behavior becomes legacy. You will be known for how you are and who you are in the world. Being a good person is not about great big gestures or flawless morals. It's about showing up again and again with awareness, empathy, and responsibility. It's how you treat people when you gain nothing in return. It's how you speak when others are not in the room. It's how you respond when the world disappoints you. It's how you respond when people disappoint you. You can't control everything around you, but you can choose how you're going to be through it. You can't control everything around you, but you can choose how and who you're going to be. So the next time you're faced with a choice, whether it's big or it's small, just pause for a second and ask yourself, am I being kind? Is this fair? Am I being honest? Can I live with the decision I am about to make? Can I sleep well knowing that I'm about to do this or that? Because that moment of awareness, those questions are where goodness begins. And when you live that way, you don't just make life better for yourself, you make life better for others as well. And then guess what? Being good does have an awesome return because you know you're being a positive impact out there. If this if this video resonated with you, please subscribe or follow because I'm going to be doing a lot more videos about being a good person, about integrity, about these people skills that I wish everybody worked on. The world would be an incredible place if everybody strengthened their people skills. So until next time, remember, be that leader, the one who empowers, connects, inspires.